Greetings from 1 a.m., which is when I'm recording this video. So, I don't have any ideas for content, but I have watched a lot of YouTube. And for some reason, YouTube recommended me this clip, which is titled, "Not All May Players Think the Same." And it's a clip from a fighting game called Guilty Gear Strive. Maybe you guys have heard of it, but I have not heard of that game before. I don't know who May is. I don't know why I clicked on the video, but it was like 40 seconds or 1 minute, so I just clicked on it. And it's probably playing right now. Basically, it's this character named May, and people just spam one attack with her, which is the dolphin. Totsugeki! 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 She summons a dolphin, and she yells Totsugeki, which means charge in Japanese. And people in this game are apparently annoyed because, they just spam one move and that's it. But what got me interested was the comments, because the comments were pretty funny. It was like, they would expect the 8th dolphin, Totsugeki! Or like, the May player lost because they lost faith in the dolphin. That's why they lost. And then afterwards, I got recommended the video, May's theme sounds familiar. So I was like, now I know who May is. So, I'll just click on the video. It's like 34 seconds long. And the first half was actually May's theme, which is a vocal track that plays when you use her character in a match, I think. So someone had pitch shifted the vocal track for May, and it sounded like Fall Out Boy. And I was really confused when I was watching the video because I didn't know what they did. And I was like, wait a minute, I know that Fall Out Boy video. It's Thanks for the Memories. Why are they singing this song? And it turns out they have pitch shifted the voice so it sounds like Fall Out Boy. And they also released a full version if you want to listen to it. But because I heard the Fall Out Boy version, I wanted to listen to the original version. So because I listened to the full version, YouTube was like, alright, this guy wants to see more Guilty Gear content, recommend this guy more Guilty Gear content. So, it recommended me this clip of Iron Mouse trying to figure out who to main in Guilty Gear Strive. And I watched Trash Taste, I watched Joey, Connor and Garnt. So I know that Iron Mouse is a VTuber that streams often with Connor. So I was like, I don't know who this other guy is, but I want to watch Iron Mouse since she's learning Guilty Gear, so I think this video would also help me learn Guilty Gear. There's a bunch of characters. The only one I remember is May because
the May is the problem with this game. Start using the dolphins. All she does is dolphin.
Totsugeki. There's this guy named Axel, who is apparently a time traveler, and the guy in the video said that imagine if he was Dio's son. And I'm just sitting there like, this man has probably not watched JoJo in his life before because he could have just said Jotaro because Jotaro can stop time. So Axel's a time traveler who can stop time, I think, and then May is this person who can spam a dolphin, and I think her ultimate move is summoning a giant whale, because I know she says Kujira-san, and it, like a giant whale shows up. And then there's also a character named Giovanna, or Giovanni, and I only remember that because, Giorno Giovanna, so, And there's the main character, I think, is named Soul Bad Guy, and he has a grandson named Leo, and Soul Bad Guy is like a grandpa because Iron Mouse is into old people, I don't know. And from that, I decided to listen to Axel's theme, which is named Out of the Box. Now, I love the Guilty Gear vocal tracks that I have listened to, which is basically Disaster of Fashion, which is May's theme, and Out of the Box, which is Axel's theme. And then I heard Leo's theme. I thought it was pretty good, but it's not as good as the other two. And I heard a little bit of the main theme from the game, and it's okay. I don't really know if I think these songs are actually good, or if I just like it because they're so nonsensical. Because these songs are fully in English, but I think the singers are Japanese, and they speak, they pronounce the words like pretty fluently, but that's not the issue. The issue, in my opinion, are the lyrics, because like the instrumental, I think is fucking fantastic. And the lyrics, if you're not really paying attention, it sounds like they make sense. But if you actually like look at the lyrics, because I wanna sing along to the song, and I was like, what the fuck are these lyrics? This shit doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like for May's theme, you can argue that it's kind of cohesive. I can understand like why this line would lead to this line, but then some other lines I'm like, why did she write this? But like, I think the main issue I have with May's theme, which is the chorus. Why does the chorus make no goddamn sense? The chorus starts with... Now, is she talking about the swallow, the bird, like the bird swallow? Or is she talking about like actually swallowing something? Or does swallow have another meaning? And why are you saying that that's me? So you're the bird, but you summon dolphins, you're a marine girl. What's up with that? And then she says, non-stop. And I read a little bit about her, and apparently she's in love with the person who's been taking care of her ever since she was a girl, or something. I will follow you wherever you go. Okay, so she's really devoted to the person who adopted her when she was a child. Okay, I get that. And then she said, I can't wait to catch up before the sun sleeps. And I'm like, catch up with what? With the person? I thought you were with them this whole time. And then the other lyrics is, not if you're short of breath. What does that mean? What does it mean? Not if you're short of breath. Well, you're not gonna catch up with me if I'm short of breath? Why would I be short of breath? And even if I was short of breath, why wouldn't you catch up with me? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then the chorus ends with, I'm the disaster of passion. And I don't know how the disaster of passion relates to all the other lyrics of the song, but you know, it's a good line. I like to yell it a lot because that's like the only phrase I know when to yell properly. Just says I'm the disaster of passion. I'm like, hell yeah. I don't know who you are, honestly. I skimmed your lore very fast, so honestly I don't remember half the shit I read. But goddamn, I know you're the disaster of passion. Now moving on to Axel's theme. I actually read more about Axel because I wanted to figure out how he had time powers. So apparently there's this character in Guilty Gear named I-Know, I-N-O, I-N-O, and apparently they have the same idea as Axel or something. So when I-Know tried to time travel, it didn't, like a system or something didn't time travel I-Know. It caused Axel to go into a time slip. And apparently Axel is a British gang leader with the heart of gold who doesn't want to kill everyone and wants to solve all the problems in his neighborhood without a single casualty, because he was born in the 1800s and he was born to like a rich, like a wealthy family, and there was like at that time period there were a lot of gangs, and he wanted to resolve the gang wars by creating one gang that unified all the gangs, and he was gonna do this without killing anybody, and then he did it in like a year or 5 years, and nobody died, no allies died, no enemies died, and everyone respected him, and he had a girlfriend, and somehow, after finishing what he set out to do, he was slipped out of time. He traveled like 200 years in the future. He has no idea what's going on. And he just wants to go back to his own time period. He wants to get back to the girlfriend that he loves and lead the gang as he was born to lead, I guess. I don't know. And along the way, he keeps slipping through time. He can't really control it at first. But when someone told him what's happening to him, he was like, oh, so this is what's happening to me. So I think I know how to mitigate this problem a little bit. So somehow he learns how to condense time, which is basically stopping time for a very brief period of time. But he also has fire magic, because I guess time isn't his magic. He has fire magic. But his main weapon is a kusarigama. I'm sorry, I meant kunai with chain. Yeah, that's my biggest question. Oh, alright, so he's a British man from the 1800s who's skilled in martial arts with a heart of gold. Okay, I get that. He gets fire magic? Sure, I don't know what this universe is, but sure, he gets fire magic. But why would a British man in the 1800s ever learn the kusarigama? How does he know what a kusarigama is in the 1800s? Like, what the fuck? apparently he's really skilled with the kusarigama too. So I mean, that's really cool, but I think that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But that's not the only thing that doesn't make sense. His song makes 0 sense. I mean, I guess, like, if you really try to connect everything together, it sort of makes sense, but the lyrics make no goddamn sense at all, honestly. So, because he slips through time, or he has some kind of control over time, the lyrics start with
all day today, the same day has come, a different day from everyone.
Because he can freeze time, rewind time, I don't know, he can do something with time. So, like, oh, the day he's having is different to everyone. Alright, you know, I can see where that line comes from. And then he says, and you're like, okay, whether you will take the same action, I guess, because he has to be able to rewind time, right? Or else his lyrics won't make any goddamn sense if he can only freeze time. Or maybe he's thinking about, okay, what action should I take while I'm freezing time? Alright, so the next line is, I don't know if it's the next line or not, but one of the lines is,
I do close my eyes, background while the smell from that cafe makes me hungry, I knew all about it.
and I was just listening to the song, looking at the lyrics, and I'm like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. But goddamn is it bussin'. It's a bop. Alright. And then he proceeds to say,
I'm a clown that don't have shades. My boss was it out of them. Out of them.
and at that point, I was fully broken. I was like, I don't want to think about this anymore. I just want to enjoy the song. And I did. I have enjoyed these songs so much. I think I've played each song 20 times within the past 3 days. I'm losing my mind. I want to play Guilty Gear Strive, but it's $70, and also I hate fighting games, so I don't think I'm going to play the game. I'm just going to enjoy the soundtrack. I don't know what this video is. I'm just talking about stuff I essentially have no knowledge over because I don't have any ideas for content. I'm working on a video. The skeleton is finished. I should be recording it tomorrow, but as of this recording, it's probably going to take ages to edit. Honestly, I'm not even sure how much editing I'm going to use in this video. But stay tuned for that, like, subscribe, and if you enjoyed my ramblings at 1:15 a.m., leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.